Hi there, my name's John Carini, and thank you for joining us today for this webinar on switching from Salesforce to iCRM for Gmail. Couple of housekeeping items. First of all, if you do have questions, we will be answering them towards the end of the webinar, and those questions can be asked right in the YouTube comment section. And they'll come out to me, and I'll surface them and try to answer as many as I possibly can. We'll try to get this done in 30 to 40 minutes and get you back to work. Also, we'll mention that if you'd like a one-on-one conversation, we're happy to provide that, and I'll give you some contact information at the end. So I'll start with a quick slideshow, and then we'll get right into live demos on how you can use, basically use CRM inside your Gmail. So let's get rolling. Okay, so thanks again for joining us. And just a little bit about iEnterprises first. We've actually been around for more than 20 years, believe it or not. We've been in CRM the whole time. CRM wasn't even called CRM back then, but anyway, the first concept we had for CRM was that it should be integrated with your email and your calendar, and we're still doing an excellent job of that with lots of practice over the last 20 plus years. We've won all sorts of awards. I'll show a little bit about that. We have an office here in the New York metro area, as well as in Europe and in Asia. So we cover the world quite well. And we really want to provide quality solutions too. So behind me, there's a bunch of awards, and here's the logos. We are very proud to have won many more awards than this over the years. It's fantastic. Here's some of our customers. These are some of the larger ones, obviously, but iCRM especially is definitely an SMB product, small to medium-sized business product. So you're in the right place if you are an SMB yourself. So in a one-on-one, usually we ask questions like this. What are you doing now? Obviously most of you have Salesforce. What's it missing? Is it too expensive? Are you trying to get upsold every week or every day almost, which happens? And also, does it have Gmail integration? And we have some other questions we ask, such as, does it handle subscription and recurring revenue? Does it have QuickBooks integration? Are they built in, or do they cost extra money? And does the solution itself cost tons and tons of money, and you have to pay an army of consultants to get it set up? So just so you understand, we actually make the Gmail integration not only for our own product, iCRM, we also make it for Salesforce.com, Microsoft Dynamics, Oracle CX, formerly Sales Cloud, Sugar CRM, and Suite CRMs coming soon. We even make an add-on for QuickBooks as well. So we support the integration of all these products to Gmail, and companies pay us just for that. More than 300 companies pay us just to integrate Salesforce.com with Gmail. But if you use iCRM, you get that included at the price of $30 per user per month. That's included in iCRM. Whereas any of these other solutions, to get good Gmail integration, in my opinion, you need to buy it from us at an extra cost. However, if you are married to Salesforce or any of these other solutions, definitely check out our connectors. I will focus, however, on iCRM here. So why is iCRM better? So it's a full-featured, flexible CRM. It's built right into Gmail. The Gmail integration is not a Chrome extension. A Chrome extension installs locally on your PC, and the different Chrome extensions get in the way of each other and malfunction and so on. This is not a Chrome extension. This is built into Gmail. It actually runs on the Gmail servers in the cloud, not on your local machine. It works in any browser. So if you use Safari or Edge or Chrome or anything else, it'll work. It even works on mobile. So the Gmail integration works on mobile. And I'll actually demo that in a little bit. I'll show you the mobile Gmail integration. And as far as I know, it's the only product that has email integration like this on mobile. There's nothing to install locally. If you want to deploy this for your whole company, the Gmail integration and iCRM, it can be done in one click. And by the way, if you do sign up with us, any paid subscription, we'll help you get up and running. You don't have to hire a partner or an army of consultants to get iCRM up and running. We'll actually import your data for you, either from Salesforce, QuickBooks, or elsewhere. And we'll do that as part of the subscription. We'll also configure iCRM at no additional cost. So all the screens in iCRM are completely configurable, and we will configure them for you at no extra cost. And there's one price. There's only one paid version of iCRM. As I mentioned, it's $29.95 per user per month on an annual subscription, or just $34.95 per month on a monthly subscription. We will not upsell you. There are no other paid versions. It's quite common in the marketplace that these vendors get you in at a very low price, and then they upsell you literally every day until you're sometimes spending 10 times what the initial price was. This is the only price, and we do everything for you if you go with us. So the name of the game is to do everything from email. I will mention that we have an Outlook connector too. So I know some people have Google Suite or Gmail for their company, and they sometimes use the Outlook client with the Gmail backend. We have an Outlook add-on as well, so that's works almost exactly the same as the Gmail add-on, but I'll focus on the Gmail add-on here due to the title of the webinar, obviously. So the Gmail add-on sidebar lets you basically use the whole CRM inside Gmail. You get a 360-degree view of the customer information. You can save emails not only to leads and contacts, but also to opportunities and even custom objects. You can create leads, contacts, accounts, and so on, use email templates, and we even surface social media details. So we surface the LinkedIn profile link, for example, inside Gmail, and when you add a contact to iCRM and they're in LinkedIn, it'll actually take some of the details from LinkedIn and put it in the contact record itself. We also support a background sync whereby you can synchronize everything in the background without having to interact at all. So that's an option as well. I'll cover mostly what happens in the user interface here in this meeting. So all of that is also available from the Google Calendar, of course. So the same kind of stuff works in both places, and I'll show it in just a minute. And I can't say this enough. What's way cool is that everything works on mobile. The add-on is at the bottom instead of the side. I'll demo it. And everything you get in Gmail, you get in the Gmail app on your mobile device as well, including the ability to save emails, create leads, and I love email templates to reply to messages on mobile, because you can insert all sorts of links without having to type and so on. So it's really easy to install. Basically, you go to the Google Marketplace, and you, if you want to try iCRM and the Gmail connector, just search for iCRM in the Google Marketplace. You click the little plus on the right-hand side. I'll show that as well in a minute. And so as the CRM itself, iCRM is not only inside of Gmail, but it's also in a browser. I'll call it in a full screen in a browser. And it's a super robust and highly flexible solution. Has accounts, contacts, opportunities, subscriptions and recurring revenue, cases, lead management, document management, products, call reports. It's got workflow automations and custom modules, as well as workflow and process tracking. Plus, it's got integrations with, of course, Gmail, QuickBooks. It's got an Amazon Alexa and some others. So it's integrated with lots of things. So, well, let's get out to the live demo. Just give me 1 second here to get to the live demo. And what I'll do is I'll actually start in Gmail, right? So I wish I had this many unread messages in my Gmail, but I don't. Again, just before I get started with the live demo, remember you can ask questions in the chat, and if you put questions in the YouTube chat, we'll be happy to answer them at the end of the webinar, which is should be pretty quick. So here's my inbox, and then you can see on the right-hand side, I have the iCRM icon here, and I can expand and collapse it. So when I'm sitting in my inbox, it shows me important details from iCRM in this case. And that includes some leads that I need to follow up on, and shows me my recently viewed contacts and so on. By the way, what you're seeing in this right side, if you do have Salesforce and you want the Salesforce connector from us, it functions exactly the same way. So what you're seeing for iCRM, you can also get for Salesforce. However, as I mentioned, you'll pay more and you'll have to deal with more than one vendor, obviously, Salesforce and us. So the real magic, though, happens when you open an email message. So if I open a message from James Person, you'll see my sidebar here on the right side refreshes, and it's actually detected that James exists in the contacts of iCRM. So it's a contact in iCRM, and James works for Smithson. And here's James's phone number, which I can click to dial, by the way, and James's email. And if I scroll down, it actually surfaces social media details like LinkedIn profile for James, which I can just click and view, and then any opportunities and other items, including other emails that I've sent and received from James that are already tracked in iCRM. So in its simplest form, you would get a message from James, you'd open it up, you could see that James is already one of your contacts or customers, and then click this button to log this email inside iCRM. So I just click that button, and bingo, it's saved this message against this contact, James Person, inside iCRM. One click and it's done. I can also link it to opportunities or other objects inside iCRM with this button here. So in its simplest form, that's how you use it, but I'll explore some of these other features as well. So if I click on this open contact option here, it will open James in the left side here, and then I can see all the details for James. So everything about James, like his job title, phone number, address, and everything from iCRM is right here. I can actually put this in edit mode and edit it right here on the right side, or if I like, I can click and open this in the full iCRM screen. So you can see here, it actually took me to James in iCRM in the full browser version of the product. And you can see in the activity section that that message is in fact saved here against James in iCRM. So I will come back to the full browser version in just a moment, so hang tight for that. But exploring more on the sidebar here, so if I scroll down, here, you'll see that when I'm on James's email, it has everything to do with this account, including opportunities, which I can click on. I can just click and open this opportunity right here on the screen, see all the details, and even edit it right here inside of Gmail. Or if I wanted to add an opportunity, maybe James is contacting me and I have a new opportunity as a result, I can just click this plus sign. If you use cases, you can add a case. Sometimes people send you emails, they have a problem, they include a screenshot or something. You can create a case right on the fly here as well. So pretty much everything that you can do inside iCRM, you can do here right inside of Gmail. Let's take one other use case. So another case would be is if I received a message from someone that's not yet in my CRM. So I'll click on this message from Jane Mason here, and you'll see that the right-hand side refreshes and it says, oh, Jane is not in iCRM. I have, however, found some details for Jane on LinkedIn and Twitter. And if I click, it will literally open the LinkedIn profile for Jane. In that case, I could see a little bit about her, but she's been referred to me according to this email message. So I want to add her as a lead. I'll click this little plus sign here, and you'll see that it automatically populates lots of information, such as the first and last name. It actually found the title from LinkedIn, as well as the company name and some other information. And that's it. I can just save this lead, and bingo, it's saved inside iCRM, and I can begin tracking it. So that's the basic use case when you're getting a message from someone that's not in the CRM yet, or not in iCRM yet. So let me go open this up. So I'm going to go over to mobile real quick, and I will share my screen on my mobile device. Just give me 1 second to do that. Here we go. All right. So here is the Gmail app on my mobile device. It's way cool that I can show this as well, but here it is on my screen, and you see I've gotten another message from James, and I can open that message right here on my mobile app. And then, as you can see, the same icon that's on the right side here in Gmail is also down at the bottom on the mobile device. So if I click on this icon, it then opens up iCRM inside my Gmail app and renders basically the same information that you see on the right side of Gmail here in the mobile app. And I can scroll up and make it full screen. I can click and really quickly dial this person from my mobile device, of course, and then click to email them. Basically, everything that you saw on the right-hand side in Gmail works here in the Gmail mobile app on both iOS and Android. It's way cool and makes you super productive. One of the features I love on mobile, which is obviously also available in the desktop version, is reply using email templates. So let's say that in this case, I can see James wants some product information, and I'm out on the road, and it's hard to answer with all sorts of links and information about products if you have to type it on a mobile device, as you guys probably well know. So I'll use the reply using email template feature here, and it's popped up my email templates. They came from iCRM, and I can pick a template. So I'll pick this product details because James was asking for product details. It's saying, do you want to send this to James? I'll just say yes, create a reply. And you'll see that it actually creates this reply with all these links. It's even got an image in it, an animated GIF in this case. So it makes it super easy to reply on the go and include all sorts of details about your products and services. It's really simple. There's also a mobile app for iCRM, and you can pretty much do anything in there, but I absolutely love the Gmail integration. Let me just click send, and bingo, I replied to James's message in this case, and I was able to include all the product details in the reply, as you can see. Very, very easy. So I will leave the mobile demo, and I'm just going to spend 1 second on the calendar because it's a little repetitive. So on the calendar, it works pretty much the same way that you saw in email, Gmail in the browser, as well as Gmail on the mobile device. For example, if I open this meeting and the meeting's with someone that's in iCRM, it pops up all the information about this person in iCRM. I can log this event, which basically is adding this event to iCRM just with a single click, similar to the way I logged emails, and all the social media details are here, as well as opportunities and so on. So as you can see, it worked pretty much the same way with the Google Calendar, with Gmail on a desktop and the Gmail mobile app. So now that we've gotten through all that, let's explore iCRM in a full screen really quick so you can see what the product looks like in a browser. So here's iCRM, and when you go to icrm.ienterprises.com and you log in, or if you click open in full screen, remember that option from inside Gmail, it will take you into iCRM in a full screen like this. And by default, you go to the dashboard, and the dashboard it's configurable, but in this case, I like to have on my dashboard what I need to do today, right? So here's the follow-ups I need to perform today, and then my calendar's here on the right side. And keep in mind that the Google stuff from the Google Calendar can come in and out of, will come into this calendar automatically, if you will. And then the way you would navigate iCRM is really one of two ways. You can click across these, I'll call them tabs across the top, and go to accounts, contacts, leads, opportunities, and so on. So I'll click on accounts, and basically it brings up a list of accounts. We call these lists views, right? But then the other way, and probably the more likely way that you'll navigate, would be just to use the universal search in the upper right-hand corner, where you would start typing, in this case, an account name, right? And it'll bring up all matching records. The person that matches this, as any people that match this, as well as accounts. And if I click on this account right here, you'll see that it pops up the account right here on my screen. Now, this account screen has the typical things you'd expect on a company record. It's got like a name, the main phone number of the company, the address, and so on. And I will say this screen and every screen, literally every screen in iCRM is completely configurable, right? So you click this little icon here, it's the customize module icon, and basically it brings up the account screen on your screen, right? And you can drag and drop fields. So the account type field, for example, I could drag and drop. If I wanted to change, this is like a drop down. If I want to add drop down values to this field, I could add them here, or I can insert a field anywhere I like of any type. So it's super easy to get this set up. And as I mentioned earlier, we will help you get this set up. Typically, we will import the data, and as part of the data import, we'll configure this solution to your needs as we're importing the data. So that's the configuration. And again, every single form, I'll call it a form, like the lead form, the contact form, the opportunity form, that every single one is completely configurable in iCRM, and we'll help you do that. So I'm back here on the account screen, and you can see here's everything that's related to this account or this company, including any contacts. And we knew James Person was the person we've been corresponding with in email. Any opportunities I have, which there's one closed deal and one that's open that's much larger, so it seems important. And then in the activities section, it has everything about the interactions, the activities and things that I've had with this company. And on the QuickBooks screen, it'll actually show information from QuickBooks in here as well if you have the QuickBooks integration set up. So that's handy as well. So let's start and talk about leads. So typically what happens is I'll click on the leads, and here's all my leads, and this is what's known as a pipeline view, right, where it shows all my leads and what status they're at. So leads are typically people that have not purchased anything from you yet. And leads are entered when a new lead comes off your website, which, by the way, we have website integration. And if someone comes to your website, we can actually populate the lead in here automatically from the website. But a lead is someone who hasn't done anything with you yet. So let's take a look at one of these leads. I'll open it up, and you'll see it's just basically got the first name, last name, and company name. And then what typically happens is you'll move the lead along, and once they become qualified, you'll typically create an opportunity for them, right? And you can see here's an opportunity that's already been created for this lead. So if I click on it, you'll see that what an opportunity is once the lead gets to a certain point and you know what they may buy from you, And this goes for leads and existing customers, by the way. If you're selling an additional item to an existing customer, once you know what they're interested in purchasing, you can enter an opportunity. And the opportunity has a value, and you can actually like build up line items on the opportunity. And by the way, if you have the QuickBooks integration, it will bring the products in from QuickBooks, and you can actually build the opportunity. And when you're ready, send a quote. So if I click on the send quote button, you'll see that it has an email template that you can customize on the left-hand side, and then on the right-hand side, it actually generates a quote form in PDF format. These PDFs are completely configurable, and in fact, you can have more than one PDF quote form. Let's say you have different terms and conditions or something for different product lines or whatever. We can handle that, and we can create multiple quotes for you, so you can send that. So basically, then you could send the quote, and then once this opportunity is won, hopefully the lead in this case signs off on it. You can just click this one button here, and then what typically happens is the lead is moved into a contact and account. So leads are people that haven't bought from you, and then contacts and accounts are people that are customers, if you will. And also at the same time that the opportunity is won, it can generate an invoice in QuickBooks. And if it's a new customer, it'll generate the customer record in QuickBooks as well automatically. So really quick, let's take a look at the opportunities module. So I just clicked on this module. This is a pipeline view of opportunities. So these are all the opportunities that I have open for my entire company in this case. Or if you had security turned on, it would be all the opportunities I'm authorized to see. Like you can set up security so that only certain people can see perhaps their own accounts, and their bosses can see the people that are under them, and so on. But these are all the opportunities in the system, and I can see I have quite a bit in the proposal stage, right? And in the negotiation review stage, and I can come in here perhaps as a manager and see what's going on with my whole company. I can even switch and say, hey, let's see this sales rep, John Carini, where are they at? So their sales quota is right up here, and I can see that they're doing pretty well because they have over $1 million worth of stuff in negotiation. In the negotiation stage. So you can track all the opportunities here and move them along to different stages, and track all your employees as well and what they're doing. So that's the basic process. You have a lead, right? The lead gets to a certain point, you make an opportunity, and then after the opportunity is won, it gets moved over to an account and a contact, and then hopefully you have more opportunities for that account, and you sell them more and more business. So just want to explore a couple of the advanced features before we wrap up. So I had mentioned that this list on the screen is called a view, and a view is like an on-screen report. And these can be customized too. And basically, you can just go into one of these views. Let's go into this account list view, or active accounts. Right, here's all my active accounts. And if I want to change this view, like add some fields to it, or put a filter on it, maybe I want it only to be Northeast accounts or something, I can just click edit up here, right? And then on the left-hand side here, you can see these are all the fields that are on the screen right now in this view. If I want to add a new field, I can just say, yep, I want to pick, I want to add the country to this. So I have the country. And if I scroll over, you'll see in the preview now, the country's on the screen. I can change the filters here too. And maybe I want only Northeast or whatever. Just save it. That's it. I modified this view that quickly and added the country, and now I could sort by country or whatever, or sort by date because that was already on the screen. So, and then on the left-hand side here, you can pin all sorts of things, including follow-ups. And you know what? I forgot to cover follow-ups, so I will cover them right after I do the reports. But you can also pin reports here. And reports are very similar to the views. I'm going to actually go into opportunities real quick, and then I will click on this report by sales stage. So they're similar to views, except that you can obviously have these nice charts, pie charts and all that here, and they can do totaling, not only amounts, but counts and things. And reports can be exported to PDF or CSV if you want to take them out of the system and do something with them. But they're similarly customizable, whereas you can add fields and change them around really quickly and easily and have multiple reports. So, what I covered the opportunities really well, but there's a lot of other communication you'll probably have with leads and contacts as you're going along. So obviously a lot of it can happen from obviously a lot of it can happen right from Gmail as you're sending and receiving messages. A lot of the dialogue that you're having with these leads will be captured, but some of it might be manual. Maybe you want to make a phone call when you're ready to close. So if I open up this Mark Smith lead, I can actually create a follow-up. See on the right-hand side here, there's an existing one. Maybe I want to follow up next week, and I'm going to ask for the order, right? Now, if I save this follow-up, it will remind me on that day next week to follow up with Mark Smith. And then maybe I want to make a phone call and or just log some notes. So you can log that along with the other activities here. These are like the email messages and everything in the activities log here. But if I wanted to make a phone call, I can just do new, and I can say maybe I left a voicemail. And this was a phone call, right? And I can type in the details of the phone call and save it. So you can log all sorts of notes. Maybe I'd even follow up that phone call with an email, and there's email templates in here, right? So I'll do an email merge, and I'll say, I missed, you were interested in these product details. Here they are. And by the way, the product, these templates can be sent not only to one person, but to mass amounts of people right from iCRM as well. And we can help you do that. So that pretty much wraps up. And there are some questions. So let me get to some of those questions here. And then I'll have a couple of more slides at the end too. So here is, someone's asking, will the video be available afterwards? Yes, it's basically at the same URL. So you can come back to this URL and the video will be out there. And then Peter's asking about backups. So obviously we back up in the cloud and we're backed up all the time, but you can export your data at any time really quickly and easily and get those backups. We strongly believe that it's your data, not ours, that you own your data, not us. And it's an important concept to us, actually. We strongly believe in that. And we don't copy your data, we don't use your data, we respect your privacy. So I'll review the pricing before I wrap up. So again, if you buy an annual contract, it's $29.95 per user per month, $34.95 per user per month on a monthly contract. And that includes everything. We're not going to upsell you. There's no other version that you need to purchase or can be purchased. This is the unlimited version. And that's it. We don't play games with a personal version that costs $10 but doesn't include anything, and then have an enterprise version that costs $150. That's just silliness. We give you one fair price, and that's it. And we're not upselling you. So that includes everything. We will even help you set up and import your data on any paid subscription. There is also a trial, and you're welcome to sign up at ienterprises.com for the trial, or in the right side of Gmail, you can do, there's a plus sign, do get add-ons, and then search for iCRM there to get our trial. And the trial is by default 7 days, but if you need more than 7 days, just let us know. We'll be happy. Just to review this again, why we're better, basically you get to use your CRM inside your email at one fair price. You're not going to be upsold, and more importantly, the Gmail integration is far better, in my opinion, than anything else in the marketplace. In fact, the price of our CRM and our Gmail integration is about the same as the price for the premium Gmail integration that Salesforce.com sells. And that doesn't work on mobile. It doesn't include those social media details. It's just not as good that's my opinion. I know I'm biased, but you can check them out and decide for yourself. So the whole CRM costs almost as much as their Gmail integration, which is not quite as good in my opinion. So so check it out. If you do have questions, that's me. I'm John Carini. If you email sales@ienterprises.com, it'll actually come right into my inbox, and either myself or someone else will answer it. But I will see the message myself if you email me there, and then that's my extension here at iEnterprises, 908-679. *0, extension 104 is our phone number. We're here to help. If you have any questions whatsoever, we'd be happy to help. If you'd like a personalized demo where we discuss your needs for your CRM and exactly how your CRM might work, we're happy to do that as well. We're absolutely here to help. So that's pretty much it. Thank you. Again, my contact information is right there on the screen, and we appreciate you spending time with us today, and let us know if you need anything whatsoever, and have a fantastic day. Thank you very much.